pink-nosed, adorable bunny suitable for producing out of a hat. My uncle was instead gesturing toward a large statue of a rabbit reclining on the grass. Perhaps 5 feet tall, the dull bronze artwork gazed out at the cars as they passed by on the Minnehaha Parkway, a look of Mona Lisa-style contentment on its large metallic face. "Explain this to me if you can," Uncle Harry continued without waiting for any response from me. "Is the statue meant to represent an oversized version of a normal-sized rabbit? Or was the artist instead attempting to create a normal-sized depiction of a freakishly large rabbit?" I sorted through his questions in my head. "I guess I've never thought about it," I finally answered. Harry clucked his tongue. "If we understand the context within which he or she was working, then I imagine we'd have a better handle on it. It's never about what they're doing, it's always about why." He gave the rabbit one more penetrating look as we drove past. "As a professional magician, these are the questions you should be thinking about," he added in his professional tone. Perhaps it's my imagination, but as he's gotten older, Harry's list of the questions I should be thinking about has grown exponentially. And to be honest, given recent events, I must admit that I haven't really made any attempt to keep up with his list. At this point, I'm probably hopelessly behind. I made a left turn on Chicago Avenue, and we headed away from Minnehaha Parkway, driving the final 2 blocks home in reflective silence. I pulled into an open parking space across the street from the small shop that serves as both our abode and our business. Chicago Magic is the store, and surprisingly, it's a good 350 miles from the Windy City, nestled instead in a cozy neighborhood in South Minneapolis. The shop has been a fixture near the corner of 48th and Chicago for nearly 50 years. I've called the apartments above it my home on and off for just over 20 years, or since I was about 10. For those of you unwilling or unable to do the math, that would put me in my early 30s. Uncle Harry gathered up the plastic shopping bag that slumped at his feet. The bag was filled to near overflowing with candy bars of all varieties, and not the dreaded fun-size candy bar which Harry loathes. "Where's the fun in a candy bar the size of your thumb? That's about as much fun as a poke in the eye, if you ask me." No, these were genuine full-sized bars, and they would join the other equally large bag we purchased 2 days earlier in anticipation of the supposed hordes of trick-or-treaters Harry was convinced would be visiting us that evening. Harry is a man who does not like to be caught unprepared, and Halloween fuels his already competitive nature. For years, he's ranted about our business neighbors, the movie theater on one side of the store and the bar on the other, and their alleged stinginess in the matter of dispensing Halloween candy to the neighborhood children. "Any business that charges an arm and 2 legs for a bag of popcorn," he would often say of the movie theater, "and then turns around and hands out minuscule candy bars at Halloween, that, to me, is a business with the heart the size of a gumdrop. And don't get me started with that bar," he would continue, gesturing toward what is actually a favorite hangout of his. "I swear to God, those cheap so-and-sos are handing out ice cubes instead of candy. I've seen them do it. They hold a bowl of something high enough over the kids' heads so they can't see inside of it, and then plop, 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 they toss ice cubes into the poor youngster's bag, saying, 'Enjoy your Snickers bar and happy Halloween, kids.' That, if you ask me, is lower than low." Halloween had been a favorite holiday for Aunt Alice, and because this was the first occurrence of the holiday since her passing, I think Harry was overcompensating. I got the sense he was using the delivery of treats to random, roaming, costume-clad kids as a sort of living memorial to her and their 50-plus years together. But I sympathized with the feeling, so when he had insisted on making yet another run to the store that afternoon for more candy, I quickly agreed and even offered to drive. As soon as the car came to a stop across from our shop, he opened the door and got out, turning back to reach in and pick up the bulging bag of candy bars. "Aren't you coming in?" he asked when he recognized that I hadn't.